Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jackson from Rune TCG, and today I want to show you and go more in depth about the red minions. So, there are 5 runes in Rune TCG, and we're going to be going over them all in the next week or so. So, the first one is the Red Rune. The Red Rune is it's the hot-headed one. It's the one that wants to go through all of their rune energy as fast as they can. So I'll get to the minions now. First, Kernari. It has 20 HP and 20 attack, and it takes 0 runes to attack. And its ability says, as often as you would like during your turn, you may move red runes in between all of your minions in play. So this is a very important card in the red rune strategy, because you burn through so many of your runes that you might actually run out of your runes before the end of the game if you don't have this card. So it's pretty important, and for more reasons I'll go into later in the video. Next, Suke. It is a 100 HP, 50 attack, 1 cost minion. And its ability says, if a rune would enter your discard pile, you may attach it to this minion instead. So this card goes like kind of hand in hand with Kanari, because if one of your minions dies, all your runes go into the discard pile, and so you can put those runes onto Suke, and that makes it so they get saved, and you don't have to keep placing them on your minions. But without Kanari, you can't move them to one of your heavy hitters minions. So that's why this is a pretty important card. So next, we have Nartov Knight. This is a 60 HP, 70 attack, 1 red rune minion. And its ability says, when played, you may search your deck for a red rune and attach it to this minion. So this is a pretty good early game minion, because you don't even have to place a red rune on it for it to attack, because it searches it out for himself. So it's a pretty good tempo card, and it doesn't need much to get it going. So it's another way, if it dies, you can use Suke Kanari combo to you have another free red rune on your bench or on your active minion. Next, Spurt Gang. So it has 45 HP and 90 attack, and it says, when killed, do 30 damage to all of your opponent's minions. So this minion, you can place a red rune on it, and it's pretty good. It has pretty good attack. But I think the main reason people would be playing this is because the 30 damage to all of your opponent's minions. And if these guys die, if you have 3 of them in your deck and they all die, that's 90 damage, and most 1 cost or 2 cost minions don't have 90 HP. So you can get tons of points off of these guys. So they're a pretty crucial part of the Red Rune strategy. So next, Capulet. Another one of these 50 damage, just damage to the bench or to you get to choose where the damage goes to minions, and it has 85 HP and 55 attack, and it takes 1 red rune for it to attack. And like I said, when played, do 50 damage to one of your opponent's minions. So let's say this card goes pretty good with Spurt Gang, because you don't even have to its abilities activate even if there weren't red runes on it. So Capulet, you can use Capulet's ability to do 50 damage to, say, I don't know. Let's say you're fighting another red rune deck. Kanari, let's say, yeah, Kanari, you can use your Capulet to attack that Kanari and get a free point just off of that. And you don't even have to attack for it. So that's pretty good. Next, Sun Spear. So it has 5 HP, which is really bad, but 250 attack. And it takes 2 red runes to attack. And then its ability says, when this minion attacks, discards all runes attached to it. So here's the main, this is like the main attacker for the Red Rune strategy. Because it gets rid of all of its runes attached to it, you can just use your Kanari and Suka combo to just keep those runes in play, and then you can attack next turn without having to spend 2 turns attaching. So it's a really overpowered combo, but it does take 3 minions in play for it to work. So next, Kumboldre. So this is kind of like a jack of all trades minion. It's because it has 100 HP and 100 attack, and costs 2 red runes to play. And its ability doesn't really have anything to add to the red rune strategy, but it's still an overall good card. So it says all items attached to this minion give this minion 30 HP and attack per item. So generally you only can have 1 item attached to this minion, but there is an item called Extra Pockets where you can add 2 extra like item slots to a minion, and that means this guy has 190 HP and 190 attack if you attach all items to it. And that's really good for a 2 rune minion, because like that's more like a 4 rune minion normally. So yeah, it's a pretty solid card. So the next card is Spick. Spick has 10 HP and 190 attack, and it's another one of those like glass cannon attacking minions for the red rune strategy. And so basically, its ability says this minion loses 20 attack per turn. So it's going to run out pretty fast, but with 10 HP, it's not going to last very long anyways. So this ability doesn't really affect it that much. So it's a pretty good attacker though. So next, there was Flower, the first no ability Red Rune minion. So it has 165 HP and 180 attack, and it just costs 3 red runes to play for it to attack. Sorry, and it's just a solid card. Like Spick has more attack than it, but it also has way more HP. So just solid card. Next, there's Angry Sweater Drake. It has 140 HP and 190 attack for 3, and it takes 3 red runes to attack. So it's kind of the same thing as Flower, but it has a bit more attack, but to trade off for that, it has less HP. And it's just a solid card. It's a mid-game card that you're going to use to get a few kills, and it will stay in for a decent amount of time. So next there is the boss of the Red Rune archetype, or strategy, is Dradinsky, King of Dragons. It costs 5 red runes to attack, and it has 250 HP and 250 attack. It has some of the best stats in the game, and its ability is amazing as well. It says, this minion is not affected by item or environment abilities.